Okay, I'm not going to handwrite all these things while you watch because that would just be boring. But what I'm going to do is I pulled up the file I already wrote and I'm going to read the instructions. It says using 32 equals space. So right here it says 32 equals space, right? So I'm not going to write that down. I'm just going to remember that. 65 is A, 66 is B, all the way up to 90 equals Z. Okay, so you see I made myself a little table so I could remember that because I'm not going to figure it out each time. And the message is visualize world P's. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take each letter and let's see, 86 is V, 73 is I, 83 is S, U, A, L, like that. Visualize world P's. And you notice this 73 should be Z, visual eyes. Okay, and then this is a space. Okay, so it's not necessary to do that. Let's see. But you know, you can write out all the letters, or you could just figure it out. Okay, so you wrote out all the 2-digit letters or spaces, and you wrote out your whole message in red. You don't have to use different colors, obviously. Then what you did is you made up a one-time pad. Actually, I gave you a one-time pad. Semper ubi sub ubi fiat lux. Okay, that is junk Latin. At least the first part is junk Latin. It means always wear underwear. But where is W-H-E-R-E? That's why it's a joke, okay? Tools, erasure option. I want to get rid of this. This is distracting me. Sorry about that. Okay, now the blue stuff, I did exactly the same thing, but on this Latin. Fiat lux means let there be light. That was my undergraduate alma mater. That was their logo thing. Okay, so I spread out my one-time pad right here, right underneath all these 2 digits up. Guess what? My one-time pad is longer than my message. That's pretty freaky. Okay, that's fine. So what do I do now? I'm going to add everything up mod 10. So for example, I see blocks of 2, 2, 2, 2, right? That's what I'm seeing with my eye. And if I want to, I can pull up my calculator. It really shouldn't be necessary, but you're welcome to if you want. And you just go 86 plus 83 equals, and you see that's 169. But we're going to get rid of this 1 here because this is mod 100, so we just write 69, okay? Or we go 73 plus 69 equals, again, you get rid of the 1. All right, makes sense? Okay, and you just keep adding up all the way along, and if there's nothing to carry, you just go right along. And for example, okay, 73 plus 32, you got rid of the 100. But 32 plus 32, and this is actually a really special thing I wanted to point out. Notice that the space plus the space equals 64, and 64 isn't even in the list at A, right? So if you see a 64, you not only know the message had a space in it, but the original pad, both the pad and the message had a space right there. And this is something I wanted to emphasize because if you reuse the pad again, the weaknesses will show through. Here's another clue. If you see a 32, that means there was a space in the pad, but the original message had ended. So this is not a real one-time pad. That's not really how you do it. But it does demonstrate some of the weaknesses that are inherent in the system of using a one-time pad. But you can be pretty confident that nobody's going to read your message the first time. But if you keep using the same one-time pad over and over and over, and they say, aha, well, we knew where the space was last time. Now we know where the space is. We're going to figure out how big the words are. We can reverse engineer, you know, things like that. You know that the most common lineup is going to be E plus E, so we can find out, you know, was there anywhere where E and E lined up? I don't know. But like over here, an I and an E lined up to get you 42. That's going to happen pretty commonly too. So, yeah, so this is some weaknesses in the one-time pad are showing through even on this little example. And hopefully this answers for you this explains how to answer this question. If there's any further questions about how to do this exercise, please contact me. Thanks.